Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. Now today I wanted to come at you guys with a new video, right? Now today I wanted to read a passage to you guys, right? That it's been speaking to me, right? And I hope that it speaks to you guys as well. Uh, there's been some amazing things going on in the background, right, of my life. For those of you that have been following, right, you guys have been seeing kind of I've been going through it. But God is opening new doors, right? New opportunities for me, my family, right? Things that back then I would have thought it was like not even conceivable, right? At least in my mind, I was like, this is as good as it's gonna get, as far as it will get, right? I had resignated myself to kind of like, this is what my life is gonna be, right? But God, He does wonders. And I wanted to read to you guys a passage that, like I said, it's been speaking to me. So this is what it says, right? It says, forget the former things. Do not dwell on the past. See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the desert and streams in the wasteland. See, at least for my life, right? I believe that it's about new beginnings, right? So this passage, to me at least, I believe that it's talking about how God was setting in place, right? That Jesus was gonna come, and people weren't. They didn't really like know, like exactly. That's why he said, "Do not perceive it." Like this is what he's about to do, right? But I also feel like it could apply to our lives as well. So a lot of the times, like I said, we get stuck in ruts and routines and thinking, you know what, this is what my life is gonna be. This is all that it's gonna be, right? That like you kind of just resign yourself to thinking like this is it, right? But nonetheless, God works in mysterious ways, and His timing is always perfect. So we might think, you know what, man, I pray, it doesn't work, nothing happens, right? But rest assured that God will hear your prayers in due time, right? And once He answers your prayers, will you act on it? Because a lot of the times we don't even see it, right? We're asking, we're praying, we're praying. He'll open up doors, right? Or He'll create new ways, right? But we'll just be scared to act on it, or for some reason we'll miss the blessings, right? Sometimes out of fear, sometimes out of whatever, right? uh, we get stuck in our comfort zone. Now God, He could lead us to the water, right? He could lead us, he could open doors for us, He could do, but it's up to us to actually walk through the doors, right? We expect God will take us there, right? But we actually have to do our part. And that's what I'm seeing as far as in my life, right? A lot of blessings are coming my way as well as in my family's. We could just have backed off and been like, you know what, this is scary. Now, granted, right? Uh, the thing with us is that we always want change, right? But we're afraid to change. So you see how that works? Is like we want things to change, but we ourselves don't want to change, because a lot of the times, change is uncomfortable, right? There's a lot of, like uncertainty. There's a lot of like hardships that come with change, right? Because you've been used to you've been fixed in a set way, but but like I said, it's like working out, right? Like if you're working out and you're just comfortable at the same weight, the same reps, the same everything, then you're not really gonna progress, right? But if you keep adding weight, if you keep adding reps, right, shortening the time that you're doing these workouts, then naturally you're gonna grow, right? Now, I'm not saying it's gonna be some crazy immediate change, but you're gonna see progress, right? And that's the same thing. A lot of the times, I've noticed that we want God kind of to be like a genie for us, right? Like we want our answers, our prayers answered like that, right? And it doesn't work like that, because imagine if that's only kind of like selfish, like, oh, I want this to happen in my life. And if it was happening like that, like, do you even really care about God, or is it just out of convenience, right? Because He's doing everything at the snap of a finger, right? And it's kind of like I said, like working out. Like imagine if everybody just decided, you know what, I want to get fit. I work out one day, and then that's it. Everybody has the same body. Everybody has a real nice body. Everybody has. Then it would defeat its purpose, right? But nonetheless, if you stay consistently at it, consistently, even there's times when you're like, man, I don't see no change at all, or whatever. But you stay consistently, you're gonna grow, right? Not only your mental fortitude, right, but physically as well. It'll help you in a lot of areas in your life. And how much more prayer, right, and all these things, when you're constantly seeking God, even when you don't feel like it, even when you feel like He's not listening to you, when God seems distant, right? Um, is building you up, right? And it's building you up to be that person that you were always meant to be, right? You're that person that God created you to be, right? Because a lot of the times, like I said, we let fear, anger, resentment, all these things, right, anxiety cripple us, right? But God doesn't want us to be in that state, right? He wants us to grow. So what we gotta do is stay prayed up, right? And stay in His Word, constantly commune with each other, whether it's in church or whatever's right, and keep going forward no matter what. Even like I said, it's a slow progression, right? But rest assured that He will hear your prayers. And I just hope that each and every one of us is ready to answer the call, right? Whether that entails us, like I said, doing ministry, whether that entails us, any little thing, right? Like I said, taking that new job opportunity, stepping out of your comfort zone, or going and whatever that may be, right? Only you know. But I know that God will answer your prayers in due time, right? So don't lose hope. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'm out. Peace.